Ansible is what is Ansible and anyone? We discussed in the demo session, right? What is Ansible? What Ansible will do? Adam, yeah. Anyone having any idea about this tool?
It's a
Configuration
automation.
management tool. Yeah,
Configuration management tool, right?
management
Yes.
tool. Yeah.
అవునండి. It is a configuration management. The name itself, it is saying something like the configuration itself, it is saying something like configuration, right? Yeah. So by using Ansible, we can configure applications, we can deploy the applications, we can automate the applications, right? Yeah. Ansible is very advanced tool, very core tool. Before Ansible, we used to use Chef and Puppet. Okay. So currently, we are not using Puppet. Puppet is completely outdated. Chef, only 5% of the positives they're using Chef. So most of the companies they're using, most of the positives they're using Ansible to deploy the applications. Okay, so compare with the Chef, Ansible is very advanced one. Both are same functionality, but Chef required manual activity, manual intervention. But here, Ansible is completely 100% automation. Okay, yeah. Now let's move on. What is Ansible? Agenda here is what is Ansible? Why Ansible? Ansible use cases. So architecture of Ansible, configuration management with Ansible. Let's go with one by one. Look at here, everyone. Ansible is an open source configuration management and provisioning tool, similar to Chef, Puppet, and Salt. Okay. Yeah, it uses SSH to connect servers and run the configured tasks, right? So Ansible is having SSH connectivity, right? Secure shell connectivity. So Ansible lets you control and configure nodes from a single mission, right? So interviewer asks you, there is an interview question, which is very common question. Difference between Ansible and Chef. I'll explain that. Okay, wait for a few minutes. Yeah. So Ansible lets you control and configure nodes from a single mission. Only Ansible server control all the node missions, node servers. What makes it different from other management software is that Ansible uses SSH infrastructure, secure shell infrastructure. The project was founded in 2013 and bought by Red Hat in 2015. So currently Ansible is the Red Hat product, right? Yeah. Now, Ansible use cases, provisioning, configuration management, application deployment, continuous delivery, security compliance, and orchestration. So provisioning అంటే ఏంటంటే we can provision any resources, any configurations, right? We can manage the configurations. We can configure the applications. We can configure the packages. We can configure the deployments, right? So app deployment, application deployment, and also continuous delivery, security and compliance, orchestration. So what is orchestration? Anyone having idea? Orchestration. Orchestration అంటే ఏంటండి? Okay. So what is orchestra? Anyone having idea? Orchestra.
It's like managing the other resources. Orchestrator is like guide the other servers are like that.
Right. So orchestration is a daemon, which will maintain the target servers, which will manage all the node servers, right? So Ansible is the orchestration tool, right? Yeah. So which will control all the nodes, which will control all the target missions. Fine. So provisioning, configuration management, application deployment, and continuous delivery, security compliance, and orchestration. So yeah, not only these activities, Andy, Ansible performs so many activities. I'll show you that. Okay. Fine. Now, yeah, next one. Look at here. So this is the Ansible architecture, right? So here we have Ansible automation engine. Ansible automation engine is available here. Yeah. So here in this, we have inventories, modules, APIs, plugins, right? Yeah. So as a user, as a Ansible engineer, what we will do? We prepare playbooks. Playbook is a playbook is a simple YAML file, and playbook is a simple YAML file, YML or YML, YML or YAML, right? So YAML full form is yet another markup language, right? We already used in ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేసామండి? Kubernetes. Kubernetes manifestation we used, right? Same way here, Ansible also we use the same YAML scripts we use, right? So as a Ansible engineer, what we will do, we prepare playbooks, we customize the playbooks. That playbooks we can apply to the modules. From here it will move to the plugins. From here it will move to the network. From here it will move to the target host missions. Okay. So yeah, so here Ansible engineer, as an Ansible engineer, once you trigger this playbook, that will be moved to the respective target host missions. Okay. Yeah. So at a time, we can deploy any application on thousands of servers. By single click, we can deploy the applications on thousands of servers, not only 100, not only 200, not only 500, right? So even 1,000 servers also we can trigger, we can deploy the application within a minute, right? Yeah. So Ansible is very core tool, very advanced tool, right? So in Ansible, we prepare all the scripts and we trigger all the scripts. So when we talk about scripting, right? We don't need to prepare our own. All the scripts are provided by Ansible only, right? We can take the scripts, we can customize, and we can reuse whenever needed. Okay. So all the playbooks are available in the Ansible only. So we don't need to prepare our own. We don't need to search for somewhere, right? So all the playbooks are available in Ansible. I'll show you where we get that. Okay, fine. Next one, look at here. Yeah, example of an inventory file. So we are talking about inventories. Inventory is a server information, right? So we can collect all the servers information and we can prepare as a inventory. So for example, here we have web servers, DB servers, right? So web server group and also DB server group, right? So these groups we need to segregate. So here in the web server group or DB server group, either we can give IP address or we can give FQDN name. So we need to give the details in the inventory, so which can be either IP addresses or FQDN name. So FQDN ఏంటంటే what is FQDN? Anyone having idea?
Fully qualified domain name.
Fully qualified domain name, right? So once we join into the project, right, we get the domain user, right? Domain user, alias user, we can say alias user, right? So yeah, even servers also, once we join into this server, once we join the server into domain, we'll get the FQDN name, fully qualified domain name, right? So that fully qualified domain name we can add into this inventory, or else in place of this we can add either IP also, either IP or FQDN name, right? Fine. Now look at here. So web servers, DB servers. Now look at here. So Ansible host missions, group name, local group, web group, DB group. So in the local group, I gave the IP address. Web group, I gave the FQDN name. DB group, I gave the IP address, right? Either IP or FQDN. Now look at here. So playbooks are simple YAML files, YAML files. These files are descriptions of the desired state of your systems. Ansible then does the hard work of getting your systems to that state, no matter what state they are currently in. Playbooks make your installations, upgrades, day-to-day management repeatable, reliable. So playbooks are simple to write and maintain. Playbooks are written in a natural language, so they are very easy to evolve and edit. right? Playbooks are very simple way we can prepare Andy, right? So it makes installations, upgrades, day-to-day management, repeatable tasks, right? Yeah. So this Ansible developed in Python. So that is why first we need to install Python. So before going to install Ansible, we need to install Python, right? So playbook contains plays contains tasks, tasks call modules, right? Playbook contains plays contains tasks, task call modules. Now look at here. So example of an Ansible playbook. Look at here. So three hyphens indicates starting of the playbook. Three hyphens indicate starting of the playbook. Three dots indicates ending of the playbook, right? So these dots are not mandatory. Dots are not mandatory, but here hyphens are mandatory, right? Yeah. So here hyphen host missions, right? Either web servers or DB servers or application servers. We can give the host information here. So remote user, a root user, we are using to perform the tasks. Tasks, look at here. Ensure Apache is at the latest version. So this is a description, right? So this is not mandatory. Now, yeah, these three lines common for every playbook, three hyphens common for every playbook. So this is for our information, right? A remote user, which user we are using. So EC-user or root user or any other user. Tasks, right? Which tasks we are going to perform, right? So these lines are very common for every playbook. And this is for description, for easy understanding, for our understanding. So this is the actual playbook, Andy. Look at here. This is the actual playbook. M colon name equal to HTTPD space state equal to latest. So HTTPD web server, latest server I want to deploy, right? So this is one module. Second module here, look at here. This is a description, Andy. This is our for our information. Second one, service name equal to HTTPD state equal to started. So here, what I'm doing here, so by using this playbook, I want to perform two modules only. First one is I want to install latest version of web server and I want to start the service. Two activities at a time. Okay. Yeah. Now look at here. Next one. Yeah. So by using control mission, it can be server or it can be laptop or desktop also we can use. We can deploy Ansible, right? So we can prepare the inventory file, prepare the playbook. So we can trigger the playbook. Once you trigger the playbook, that will trigger to the post mission through SSH authentication. So when we talk about authentications, here we have two types of authentications. Authentications are two types. Okay. So SSH authentications are two types, right? So first one is key-based authentication. Second one is user-based authentication. So two types of authentications, right? Key-based, user-based. So now currently we are using key-based only. We are not using user-based. What is key-based? So we generate one key on the Ansible mission. So that key we can add into the host mission. So that authentication will be established, right? So everywhere you can add the key like this, right? Once we add the key, so Ansible authenticate target servers. I'll show you practically. How can we generate the public key? How can we authenticate? How can we add it to the target mission? How can we access that? How can we communicate? So practically, we can work on that. Okay. Now, next one. Look at here. So once we trigger the playbook, this is the report provided by Ansible Andy. Once we trigger the playbook, we get the report. Here, look at here. So gathering facts. Gathering fact is nothing but so the servers are communicating or not from Ansible. So gathering facts, okay, communicating, right? Next one, look at here, tasks. Look at here, apt update catch, yes. Task, ensure Apache PHP is installed, right? Yeah, so task ensure Apache is started, right? So whatever the task we're going to perform. So look at here, changed one means one task performed here. Changed one. Unreachable zero, failed zero. In case the server is not reachable, we'll get unreachable one, failed one, failed two, unreachable two. Like that we get the report. So once you perform the task, we'll get notified through the report. We get the report from Ansible, right? So in that we can check it out. Why the servers are not accessible? So why the servers are giving failed error? We can check it out in the report. Look at here. So modules, there are over 1,000 modules provided by Ansible to automate every part of the environment. So Ansible providing 1,000 modules a day, more than 1,000 available currently, right? So whatever module required, we can take from Ansible, we can customize and we can reuse, right? So for example, so we got the requirement from client or project team. So as per the requirement, we can search in the modules. So Ansible provide all the modules, required modules that we can take and we can customize and we can reuse whenever needed, right? So modules are like plugins that do the actual work in Ansible. They are what gets executed in each playbook task, right? Each module is mostly standalone and can be written in a standard scripting language such as Python, Perl, Ruby, Bash, right? So Python and most of the scripts Python only. One of the guiding properties of model is, look at here. So this is very, very important term, keep in your mind. Idempotency. One of the guiding properties of model is idempotency. So which means that even if an operation is repeated multiple times, it will always place the system into the same state. What does it mean? Let me explain. Wait for 10 minutes. Okay. What is idempotency? Let me explain clearly. Okay. Now go back. Go back. Go to the next page here. Look at here. So example of modules. Look at here. Service model, file model, copy model, hypertables, different models we have. Nearly 1,000 models available. Currently more than 1,000 available. Look at here. Ansible Galaxy along with the models. Ansible providing Galaxy also. Right? So Ansible Galaxy models, these are all reusable scripts that we can take and we can customize and we can reuse whenever needed, right? Ansible Galaxy and Ansible models, reusable scripts that we can reuse a number of times and we can take and we can reuse a number of times. Okay. Now look at here. What are you doing using this Ansible, right? So building VM templates, configuring clusters, storage management, networking, software deployment, user and group creations, authentication authorization, performance testing, OS upgrades, software upgrades, security patching, troubleshooting, customer support, development labs, alerting, monitoring, etc. Right? So many activities you can perform using this Ansible automation. Fine. Look at here, companies they're using Ansible. So most of the companies currently they're using Ansible. So these are the major companies they're using Ansible. Twitter, Cisco, Verizon, right? NASA, Atlassian, Red Hat. So many companies currently. So these are the major companies, right? So these are the references. Fine. Now, yeah, few more examples. For example, yeah, before going to discuss about Ansible flow workflow, so let me explain something like, for example, I want to deploy Java on 1,000 servers. So I want to deploy Java on 1,000 servers. So what is the process we follow? These servers are manual servers, physical or virtual servers. How can we deploy the Java? What is the process we follow? What is the procedure? Step by step we can follow. So very first thing, what we have to do, we need to connect server, right? connect server. Let's take one server and single server. How can we deploy the Java? Let's try to understand first. Okay. First, we need to connect server. ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవుతామండి? How can we connect the server? Anyone?
Windows at RDP, or else if it is a Linux, something SSH or something.
Right. Yeah. So by using RDP or PuTTY or SSH, right? So for example, Windows server, by using RDP, we can connect, or Linux server, PuTTY, we can use to connect the server, right? Yeah. So here, yeah, once you connect, next step here is we need to log in server, right? Login server, right? How can we log in? By using username and password. We can log into the server, right? Once we log into the server, we need to check Java installed or not. We need to check Java installed or not. So if the Java is installed, we don't need to worry, right? So if the Java is not installed, we need to install the Java. Before going to install the Java, what we have to do? First, we need to get the package software, right? So normal in real-time projects, we don't use any pen drives, we don't use any CDs. So even downloads also not recommended. So from internet, we should not download. That is not recommended. Firewalls will be there. Real-time projects, firewalls, right? So we need to, how can we get the package? How to get the package? So copy Java software from share folders. Share folders. So what is share folder? Share folder is a SharePoint central repositories, right? From central repository, we can copy the software into the target mission. So once we copy, after that, what we can do? We can install Java, right? Once we install Java, we need to set environment variables, right? What is environment variables? Anyone? Environment variables and ఏంటండి? Anyone having idea? So Java, once we install Java, we need to set the path and we need to set the environment path. Otherwise, yeah, it will not be accessible. We need to set the path, environment variables, right? Yeah, once you set the environment variables, after that, finally, we need to reboot, reboot server. Reboot or restart both are same and reboot or restart both are same. Restart server, right? Once we restart server, yeah, the changes will be reflected. Changes will be reflected, right? So these are the activities we need to perform step by step. These are the steps we need to follow to deploy the Java on a single server, right? Yeah, fine. So these are the manual servers and we are not using any automation scripts here. We are not using any other automation activities, right? Yeah, so we are manually following, right? So normal in real-time projects, any client required this Java installation, any project team required Java installation. So what they will do, they raise a ticket. So ticket అంటే ఏంటండి? Anyone? Ticket is a,
Service desk request or whatever
yeah,
they are using.
request and ticket is a request. Okay. So when we talk about tickets, we have ticketing systems are available, which are ServiceNow, Jira, BMC, Remedy. These are all ticketing systems, right? So popular ticketing system is ServiceNow only. So popular ticketing system is ServiceNow, right? ఎనీవేస్ ఏదో సంథింగ్ జరిగిందండి. Fine. Normally, popular ticketing system is service now, right? So ServiceNow, Jira, BMC Remedy, these are all ticketing systems available in the market, right? So most of the companies they're using ServiceNow, right? So in Verizon, when I work with Verizon, we used to use BMC Remedy, right? In UST Global, we use the Jira. So in Capgemini, we used ServiceNow, right? ServiceNow is very popular one, very advanced one, right? So when we talk about ServiceNow ticketing system, right? Every ticket is having some SLA అండి. SLA. What is SLA anyone? SLA అంటే ఏంటండి?
Service level agreement.
Service level agreement. So what is service level agreement anyone? It's a
Time we have agreed to, complete the task or request.
yeah. Yeah. SLA is a service level agreement, which is a timeline, right? So SLA can be ఎలా ఉంటుందండి SLA? So for example, P1, P1 tickets, P2 tickets, P3, P4. So priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, priority 4. Priority 1 ticket should be closed within 1 hour. Priority 2 should be closed within 4 hours. Priority 3 should be closed within 24 hours. Priority 4 should be closed within 48 hours. Right? So as per the priority, the ticket should be closed. Otherwise, what will happen? That will move to next level, escalation. Right? Yeah. So within that timeline, the ticket should be closed. For example, so in our home, we are using broadband internet. Okay. The internet is down. So what we will do? We call customer care, right? Once we call the customer care, what they will do? They raise a request. Backend, there is a ticket, right? So the ticket will be having, every ticket is having SLA, right? SLA is a service level agreement. So within that SLA, the ticket should be closed. Otherwise, what will happen? That will move to management, next level, right? So even though for example, so without resolving the issue, if they close the ticket, we can reopen the ticket, right? So these tickets are very, very important and transparent. Okay. So for example, there is no ticketing system. For example, there is no ticketing system, there is no service now, nothing. So what will happen? No one care about you because no SLA, nothing, right? That is why this ticketing system helps you to close the issues as soon as possible. We'll get the fast resolution and so when we use this ticketing system, we get the fastest resolution. Okay, fine. For example, we are following manual deployment. For example, we have 1,000 servers, manual installation, manual, right? So it takes a longer time. So 1,000 servers, if you want to deploy Java, each server can take here, each server can take 30 minutes. Okay, so normal freshers, 1 to 2 years experience guys, they will take 30 minutes to deploy the Java on single server. So if the person is expert, he may take 15 minutes and expert can take 15 minutes. So let us say 10 minutes only for each server. 10 into 1,000 servers we have equal to 10,000 minutes to perform the Java deployment on 1,000 servers. Yeah, normally it takes 10,000 minutes, right? So if you perform manual way, so these tickets will be, SLA will be breached. SLA will be missed, right? So normally in case SLA is missing, SLA మిస్ అయితే ఏమవుతుందండి? ఎస్కలేట్ అయింది అనుకోండి, ఏమవుతుంది? వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్? ఇష్యూ ఎస్కలేట్ అయింది, ఏం జరగచ్చు?
Yeah, it will notify to managers, directors, and everybody and stakeholders to involve in the.
Correct, yes sir. So what will happen here? Yeah, so here our KPI will be impacted. KPI, what is KPI? In case the ticket is escalated, our KPI will be impacted. KPI అంటే ఏంటండి?
Performance.
Key performance indicator.
Yeah, key performance indicators, right? So our performance will be degraded. So when we talk about KPIs, two types of KPIs are available: positive KPIs, negative KPIs. So positive KPIs, which are appreciations, and positive KPIs are appreciations, client appreciation, management appreciations. Those are, yeah, positive KPIs. Negative KPIs, escalations, right? So yeah, if the keep on escalating issues, keep on getting the negative KPIs, that will be finally impact to our appraisals, salary hikes, right? That is why, so we need to be very careful in real-time projects. If you are following manual process, so definitely that will take longer time to resolve the issues, right? In case any SLA is missing, so definitely that will be impact to your KPIs, right? The KPI is impacted, definitely that will be impact to your salary hikes. So that is why, to avoid all these things, okay, we are using automation tools like Ansible, Chef, and Puppet. So Chef and Puppet we are not using, Andy, so you can remove this. So most of the project teams are using Ansible. Okay, fine. Now let's try to understand same activity, Java deployment on 1,000 servers by using Ansible. How can we achieve? How can we trigger? How can we deploy within a minute? Let's try to understand. On 1,000 servers, how can we deploy the Java within a minute? This is Ansible server. Ansible server. So here we have Ansible server, right? Yeah, we configured Ansible here. Now we have 1,000 servers available here, which are development servers, QA servers, and also production servers. These are the development servers, 300. QA servers, 300. Prod servers, 400. Total 1,000 servers, right? So on these 1,000 servers, I want to deploy Java by using Ansible. How can we deploy? So very first thing, we need to authenticate from Ansible to development QA production servers. Authentication. When we talk about authentication, here we use SSH authentication. So authentications are two types we discussed already: key-based authentication and also user-based authentication. So currently we are using key-based only. So while working on Jenkins master agent model in the Kubernetes project, by the time I'll show you user-based authentication. Okay. Here we use the key-based only, right? So here key-based, what is key-based? So key-based in Ansible server, we generate one public key. So command here is keygen and key generate. Once you generate the public key, so this key, once we generate this key, so we can check the key, pub key. That pub key we can add into the target servers, also target servers here, right? So once we add this key into all target servers, authentication will be established from Ansible to development servers, Ansible to QA servers, Ansible to prod servers. Once we add this key, public key on all servers, authentication will be established. Once authentication is established, once authentication is enabled, next step here is we need to prepare inventory groups only. Next step here is we need to prepare inventory groups. What is inventory and anyone?
It's a record what we have.
Yeah, it's a record. Yes, server record, server information, right? Yeah. So here we have dev group. So we create 3 groups only, and here we have QA group, quality assurance group, and also we have prod group. Why we require 3 groups? So we can create only one group also, right? Either dev or QA or prod, only single group we can create, right? So why we need 3 groups here? Segregation, right? Yeah. So dev group. So in the dev group, we can add all the development server IP addresses or FQDN name, either IP address or FQDN name, fully qualified domain name, either IP or FQDN. Right? Yeah. So all IPs, development server IPs, 300 IPs we need to add here. QA IPs, 300 IPs we need to add here. Prod IPs we need to add here. Right? Once we add all the IP addresses, so after that we need to prepare .yml or YAML script, right? Which is which can, yeah, we can say this is a playbook. This we can say playbook. Playbooks are simple YAML files. For example, if you want to deploy Java on a target servers by using Ansible, so very simple playbooks, very easier, very user-friendly playbooks. I'll show you. Let me show you quickly. So sample playbook, I'll show you. Java playbook. Look at here, everyone. This is the Java playbook, Andy. This is the Java playbook. To deploy the Java, this is only the playbook. Look at here, everyone. Three hyphens indicates starting of the playbook. 3 dots indicates ending of the playbook, right? So these hyphens are very common for every playbook, and also hyphen host, on which host you want to deploy Java. All host or dev host, comma, QA host, or you can give all, right? All host. Tasks. So name Java install or install Java, whatever. This is for our understanding. So this 3 lines, first 3 lines common for every playbook. And this is for our understanding. Okay. So this is the actual playbook. Look at here, everyone. This is the actual playbook. Yum colon name equal to Java hyphen 1.8.0 hyphen openjdk space state equal to present. So if you want to deploy Java, this is the playbook. If you want to uninstall Java by using Ansible, in place of present, you can give absent. Okay. Yeah. Once you prepare the playbook, and we can trigger this playbook. Once you trigger the playbook, the Java will be deployed on all the servers within a minute. Once we deploy Java on all servers, we'll get the report. Okay. So how many servers are deployed? If any servers are not deployed or any servers are skipped or ignored or unreachable, we'll get the report from Ansible, right? Yeah, in that report, we can check it out and we can redeploy. Right? Yeah. So here, there is an interview question, Andy. So interviewer asks you, to deploy the Java, why should we go with Ansible? What is the importance of Ansible? We can use shell scripts also. we can use shell scripting also. Why we need to go with Ansible to deploy the Java? What are the importance here? Right? They will ask you. Okay, we can go with shell scripts also. Yes, we can use shell scripting also to perform the Java deployment. But here the difference here is when we use Ansible, the difference here is idempotency. What is idempotency? Yeah, we discussed already here. Idempotency, right? What is idempotency, right? For example, we have 1,000 servers in which 500 servers already Java deployed, right? Remaining 500 servers not deployed Java. So already Java team working on the Java application on other 500 servers. Okay. Yeah, by using shell scripting, we trigger the scripts. We trigger the scripts to deploy the Java on 1,000 servers. What will happen? Whatever the servers already having the Java, which already using the developers, that will be removed first. Okay, when we use shell scripting, so for example, we have 1,000 servers in which 500 servers already Java deployed. So Java team already working. So by using shell scripts, we trigger the scripts to install Java on 1,000 servers. So whatever the Java version is already running, that will be gone first. Because shell scripting, what it will do, it will override or it will remove. It will remove existing one, right? So Java team already working. If the Java is removed, what will happen? Some disturbance will be happened because Java development, application development is going on, right? Yeah. So shell scripting is not, yeah, robustic and so that is having some issues. Okay. So whereas Ansible is fully robustic. So by using Ansible, when we trigger the playbook on Ansible, by using Ansible on 1,000 servers, whatever the servers already having Java, that will not be disturbed by Ansible. It will tell you clearly, Java, this version is running on the servers. Whatever the servers are not having Java, those will be deployed. So Ansible, it will check and it will tell you clearly, okay, these servers are having Java, this version is running. Okay, so other servers are not having, I deployed Java on other servers. So Java upgradation is different. So first time installation is different. Okay, Ansible is very smart and very advanced one, right? We don't need to pre-checks like Java is there or not there, any version is running, nothing to worry. It will take care of everything. It will tell you clearly. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah, this is very common question, very important question. So every interviewer asking this question. So why should we go with Ansible? We can use shell scripting also to deploy the Java. Why we need to take this Ansible license? Yeah, you can use shell scripting also, but there is a idempotency. Idempotency is nothing but, so whatever the version already there, whatever the activity already performed, that will not be performed by Ansible. It will not reperform. It will tell you clearly. It will give you report. Fine. And also one more intro question, Andy. Very important question. What are the difference between Ansible and Chef? What are the major difference between Ansible and Chef? Okay. Yeah. So here, look at here. This is Ansible. This is Chef, Andy. Only one major difference here. Okay. So this is Chef and this is Ansible. So in Chef, what we will do, we need to install configure Chef on the Chef server. Also, we need to configure Chef agent on node servers. Chef agent. We need to configure Chef agent on all node servers, on agent servers. then only Chef will run. But here there is no master agent model, only Ansible. That's it. No need to install any agents here. This is only the major difference. And also Chef is completely GUI, Ansible is completely CLI. That is also major difference. Okay. Clear? And any questions here, anyone? Anyone having any questions so far? So currently every company, every organization, they're using Ansible to automate the deployments. Okay. So by using Ansible, we can deploy applications in very safe way. So manually, when you deploy applications manually, there may be chances to do the manual mistakes. But here, when we use the scripts, right? Ansible scripts, playbooks. So before applying on to production, first we need to test on test environment. So after that, we can apply on prod environment, right? So Ansible is a very advanced one, very smart one. So by using Ansible, we can automate any activities. We can automate the deployments. So tomorrow we'll set up Ansible. So we can take 4 servers. One is Ansible server, development server, QA server, product server, and we can authenticate from Ansible to dev, QA, production. So after that, what we will do, we can deploy the applications using Ansible on target servers, node servers. How can we deploy? How can we configure? How can we manage the node servers? How can we control? Right? So different playbooks, simple playbooks, advanced playbooks, I'll show you. Where we get all the reusable playbooks. How can we customize the playbooks? Right? So along with that, we have so different activities we have. Ansible vaulting, Ansible tags, Ansible different activities are there. I'll show you tomorrow. Tomorrow, day after, and Thursday also, we can work on Ansible. Right? So after that, we'll jump into next tool, which is Terraform. Fine. Yeah. So before going to install configure Ansible, first we need to understand the process and workflow and interview questions. What is the process we follow? These are all very important. Fine. Any questions and anyone? So everyone attend the weekend sessions? Weekend session, anyone missed? GCP we covered, right, in the weekend. If you miss sessions, so you can go through the recordings. I hope recordings uploaded already. You can go through. So or else you just go through the YouTube channel. Everyone subscribe to the YouTube channel. My YouTube channel recently, this YouTube channel started. So because old one is not working properly. So you can search here Ram DevOps and YouTube channel. You can search here Ram DevOps and you can subscribe. So here I uploading all the important recordings here. So this is a channel. So here all the recordings are available. Look at here. You can subscribe this if not subscribed. Okay. So here recordings are, important main recordings we are uploading. Not all recordings only. Not all recordings. So not all recordings. Whatever the important recordings are available. Whatever the important concepts we have, those are uploading here. Okay. So anyone the people who are not registered, not subscribed, you can subscribe here so that you will get all the alerts, right? You can go through.
Sir, can you please share the link on our group search?
Just search and Ram DevOps 1 and search and వచ్చేస్తుంది. Ram DevOps 1 or Ram DevOps. My photo will be there. My photo is there here, right? Just check it out this. నేను లింక్ కూడా షేర్ చేస్తాను చూడండి. Fine. Subscribe చేసుకోండి. You can subscribe it so that you will get all the alerts and new sessions, any sessions updated. You will get the alerts. Okay. Fine. So tomorrow we'll install, configure Ansible, and we work on the Ansible. Okay. Fine. So any questions, anyone?
So, this is Manjunath.
Yeah,
Ansible is it's like a Jenkins, or it's totally different. I don't know in CI/CD where it is going to fit in the.
No. Ansible is different. Jenkins is different, Andy. Ansible is a CI/CD tool. Jenkins is the CI/CD tool. Ansible is the configuration management tool. Docker is the container tool. Kubernetes is container orchestration tool. So different tools, Andy.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll set up this. Okay. We can start. We'll start working on this Ansible tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow, 3 days and coming 3 days. So today. So introduction only. So tomorrow, day after, and Thursday also we can cover Ansible. So that you will understand the setup, how to set up Ansible, how can we deploy the applications. So what are the activities we have, different activities. We'll go through all the activities. Fine. Yeah. So make sure everyone practice the Google Cloud, Andy. So Google Cloud is very, very important platform. So which is most of the companies they're using Google Cloud along with AWS. Okay, you can practice. Already recordings uploaded. You can check it out. You can go through the recordings and you can practice. Fine. Yeah, we can stop here. Yeah. Thank you all.